Hello, middle school parents. So, as I'm sure you have noticed over the last few years, the way we do school has drastically changed. And one of those big changes is Canvas. And I think this is something that a lot of us are confused about, and I want to help clear it up. See, Canvas doesn't just work in the classroom with our students, but it's perfect for the students that have to miss school, especially in today's day and age when we have quarantines and illness and all sorts of things happening. Your child can still get the coursework from home as long as they have Canvas, which all of our students in Cherokee County have. So I want to go over it and give you a quick tutorial of what you need to know so that you can help your student be able to succeed in the classroom and with their coursework. So all of our students have a rapid identity login. That's their username and password. Every student has been given that from the time they enrolled in Cherokee County schools. They all know how to get to rapid identity. I have my tab over here so you can kind of see what this looks like. And when they get there, they get all these different apps that open up. They will click on the one that says Canvas. All of the students have been shown how to do that in their classroom from the time that we started Canvas last year. So this is something that they really can be successful with, even at home when their teachers aren't around. Once they get logged into Canvas, they get this dashboard screen. Now, mine looks a little different because I have the teacher screen, but theirs is pretty similar. They have a little card for each of their courses. So they might have one for language arts, math, science, social studies. A lot of the BEP teachers also have them. So it just depends on what course they need to get to. For today's example, I'm going to use my sixth grade language arts page, but this will work for all of the material in pretty much any course. So a student, as they are on their Canvas, are going to click on the course that they want to go to, and it will pull up the home page. Now, from here on out, I can actually select student view so that you can see more what your students are going to see instead of my screen, because I want to make this as beneficial to you as possible. So once they get in here, they have some links over here. Some courses have more options on the side. I know Miss Smith's class has a lot more options on the side as well. It's up to each teacher what they want to show the students as to what is available to them. But all of us have these buttons, as they're called, on the home screen. Mine happen to look like this. I believe Miss Smith's is Post-its, but they're all the basic same thing. And the one that will be most important to your students doing coursework are modules. Now, all of these buttons are links. So if your student needs to work on something specific, it might have a link for any of the classes. I think Miss Smith has one for iReady. I have one for Read Theory down here, whatever it may be for your student. You can also find syllabuses if we have like a Google Hangouts or Google Meet. If we're not in school, if we're remote for whatever reason, if it's a remote learning day and we're going to have class, your student can just click this button right here in my class and go straight to the class meeting. Each teacher does it differently, but again, pretty much the same. So if they click on modules, that's how we want our students to get to their assignments. A lot of times they'll see these things over here that say to do. We do not want our students going over to the to-do list and just clicking on it, because they will miss a lot of important information, as you're about to see. If my students were to just click here and say, okay, I just have to do the question set, let me show you what they might miss. If they had clicked modules, it will take them to the module for the week, and we have our essential question, and all of us have this set up based on the date. So 1 week is one module. In this case, I did a slightly longer week because we had a 2-day week there. But it will say Thursday, January 6th, this is what's expected of our students. Friday, January 7th, this is what my students are doing. And each day has something. Now, like I said on the last page, if the student had just clicked question set, it would have taken them directly here. And they would have missed the warm up for the day. They would have missed the reading for the day, anything else that we did before that. So it's very important that your student looks at their assignments through modules and not just the to-do tab. Now, when they get to modules, I'm going to go ahead and do Wednesday, January 12th. They can click on the first assignment. And for this case, it says warm up on my path, 15 minutes. It tells them what to do. But there's nothing to submit here. Notice the due date is later. So they just hit next. And it'll take them to the next page in their list of things to do. And if we're in class, for example, as we did Blood on the River, chapter 3 and 4, we discussed this information in class. We talked about these pictures and we read the story as a class. But I understand that as students are at home, they can't always do that on their own. So this material is here for them. They have the pictures, but if they like having someone read to them, because often our students do, they can scroll down. There's videos right here. I know with Miss Smith, she also has lessons that have videos on pages. So again, they have their pages. Once they have done that material, they can hit next. My next is actually blocked by my face on my screen. Here we go. When they hit next, it can take them to the next assignment. It's been rearranged a little bit, but the next assignment then would be, for that day, was just social studies, but it could take them to the question set, whatever it might be. Now, here's what I want to show you as far as assignments. A lot of students will say, I did my work, I submitted it, and you have no way of knowing. And a lot of times we email the teachers and ask, did my students submit their work? They say they did, but I'm just not sure. So I want to give you an example of how you can tell if your child has submitted their work. So I'm going to use this example from Monday, January 10th, and it says first semester review quizzes. On your child's screen, it would give them the directions, the due date, whatever it might be, and then there is a button that says start assignment. This means that they have not submitted the assignment yet. If the button says new attempt or resubmit, that means they have submitted it. Also, if you see a grade for your child and you are wondering why they earned the grade they did, a lot of times if you go to that assignment on Canvas, there will be a spot over here that says, your child earned a 60 out of 100, and then it'll say notes. And the teacher has the ability, when they put in that 60, to say, this is really great, but you forgot to add this information according to the rubric, and they can tell the student why they got the grade that they got. But if the child clicks start assignment, then they have the opportunity to upload a file and submit their work. Once they hit submit assignment, they will get a little confetti thing. Let's see if this will do this on a student one. They hit submit assignment, and you will know if they successfully did it because confetti flies all around the page, and now you have the information right here. Comments can be for the student or the teacher. So I just wanted to go over that, the difference between pages and assignments. Pages are where they get the information and the reading material. Assignments are where they submit things. They don't always have to submit stuff on Canvas. For some of us, we have paperwork that we're still giving out. I think a lot of the students really appreciate still being able to do paperwork from time to time. So in that case, you might see an assignment that says this is the due date, but it's going to be submitted on paper. If your child's not here and you're not able to get to the school for whatever reason, that's okay. A lot of times we will have this available. They can click this link and it'll pull up the PDF. And they can either print it home or do it on a piece of paper or just get prepared to make that up when they return. But Canvas allows all of our students to have access to all of their assignments while they're at home. So they don't have to miss anything or miss too much, and they don't have to fall behind. The last few things, remember, we don't go to the to-do list. That's a to-don't, because your student will miss out on a lot of information. For some of the classes, there is a link on the side that'll say grades, and your student can see what they got on each assignment. That is up to each teacher whether or not they use that. You'll see on my page, grades is blocked because I prefer for the students to go through PowerSchool and check their grade. And that will be the most accurate, most up to date for my class. But for Mr. Ochoa or Miss Smith, it may be very different. Now, all of the students know how to get to their grades in PowerSchool. It's actually on that same rapid identity screen that they use to get to Canvas. The final thing I want to show you is that all of your students on Canvas have this screen that says, or this button on the side that says inbox. That is like an email account that will actually allow them to click on it and send a message to their teacher asking about an assignment, letting them know something. And for most teachers, that message doesn't just go to their Canvas screen, but it also goes to our school email account. So we can respond fairly quickly given, whatever's going on in the classroom at the time. This has been a quick tutorial of what you can expect and how Canvas works for you, your student, and you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask your child's homeroom teacher, and I am sure they would be more than willing to help you out.